Morning. Hope everyone's alright. I've got that bit of time in my schedule where I can have been messing around again with the scenario designer, in particular the GWE scenario designer, because there's so much infrastructure to use. And I've been working on trying to get a few freight trains in the mix, and I don't want 66s because they're blooming boring. And 37s and 20s can technically be seen around this time of 2015. So basically I've been rejigging my timetable quite a bit now, spreaded the times out a little bit as well on the GWE, so there's a bit more variation of trains around. Still getting quite intense coming out of London, but in overall tried to put a few more trains in and spread the times out a little bit. And I've got 18 trains in there, and I know I can get another 2 in quite easy now, but I'm going to test what I've got until I'm confident I can get all 20. But I've got 18 services in out of 20 so far, and I think I can do it. The new service I've put in, which I'm going to have a thrash on now, is the 37 with 18 empty hoppers, which I've decided to start from Maidenhead, because there's no room at Reading, and there was already a train at Twyford, to terminate into Acton Yard. Yes, put it into Acton Yard. The reason why I put it into Acton Yard is because oh, hang on a minute, I've just realised something. Yeah, the reason why I put it into Acton Yard is because I've got a train behind me that terminates at Ealing Broadway, and because of the way these hang on, if I started this at 10 o'clock and I've got a train that goes to London, oh, it'll be clear, it's fine. I'm just hoping that these trains don't stand foul, although I'm driving this one, so it doesn't really matter so much, does it? Right, okay, apparently it's Friday the 2nd of April 2021, according to that. A nice winter day, even. I'd set winter, but obviously that hasn't worked. Right, let's get this train moving. Let's get it all set up and gone. So I've relieved my friend at Maidenhead because my train was running late, and he kindly said he would meet me here instead. He took it forward from Reading and brought me here instead. I'm going to just drop my seat down a little bit, sort out my AWS, wherever that is. It's here. Now I know there's a couple of stopping trains en route as well, so by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's your AWS mechanism, so that unisolates it, and that changes it over, because you have to change the cab over from one to the other. So here I am in my class 20. Let's just drop that seat a bit more because I like being a bit lower. Right, lovely, beautiful. Well, I'm ready to go. I'm going to take off my counter, get them brakes off. Needle dropping down nicely. I've only got 18 empty wagons. What a lovely looking piece of kit. It is, though, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. I really wish you could appreciate what I see, because I play it in 4K on a 4K monitor. Unfortunately, you guys only get to see it in 1080p, which is, through the video at least, anyway. Right, let's get that brake off. Let's get this train moving. There we go. And off we go. Nice green signal there. Might as well start giving it some beans. Yeah, so I've managed to get up to 18 trains so far. Open her up then. They're only empty, so it shouldn't be too much trouble for the 37. No, oh. I say that, and so yeah, I've marked it as a class 6 as 6 Alpha 99, but So technically should only be doing 60 mile an hour, but you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll have to see how we get on. Yeah, Sigler just like to report a trespasser standing on the stanchions filming trains. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so this is my newest addition to this service, to this timetable of mine. 37 from Maidenhead to Acton Yard. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Just going over the viaduct just between Maidenhead and Taplow. In my scenario, I've got quite a few. I've got I've got one train that runs on the relief all the way from London to Reading. It's quite difficult to try and squeeze that many trains. You can do it, but you've really got to because there's not much. The problem is the terminating stations, especially at Reading. There's a real lack of infrastructure available to arrive into and depart from. So it's a lot harder to get trains to Reading. Into London is quite easy because you've virtually got most of the station to use. You've virtually got most stations, most platforms. So it's a lot easier to get trains going into London. The only problem I've been getting with AI trains, especially with freight trains, like I ran a freight train from Acton to Hayes just as a test, and it stood foul at Hayes, so any other train that was due was stuck, couldn't get past it, so I had to rethink that. What I might do is a static train that runs later behind all the other trains from Acton to maybe into Hayes, or maybe carry it on to up to Twyford or something, just to have an extra train running round. The only reason why I've not put it in at the moment because I want to make sure this can get into Acton Yard. I don't want like the path taken up. Just having a coffee as well, so I apologise for that. So we've only got 2 more days and we've got the South Eastern High Speed coming out as well, so I'll be buying that for sure. Something new trains to play with as well, so I'm looking forward to that new route. I've been down there a few times. When I used to work, when my ex-wife used to work for London Midland, she got Go Via Travel, so we used to get free travel on the high speed. So we used to have a nice little ride down out of London St Pancras down to Kent and round that way and have a ride around there, so that was always quite fun. So it'd be nice to be able to drive those trains for a change, especially at high speed. Yeah, looking forward to that. And also a new type of signalling to get used to, because it's obviously got in-cab signalling. The South Eastern train's got in-cab signalling from London St Pancras to Ashford and Ebbsfleet. And obviously I know I think the simulator only goes to Ebbsfleet on the high speed, but it's still, I mean, it's what, 20 mile, 15 mile? It's better than nothing, isn't it? You know, it's at least 10 or 15 minutes of it's about 10 minutes of high speed thrash, isn't it? Got to stop at Stratford International. It's a shame that we can't have any Eurostars going through to kind of make it more realistic. But you know, I mean, it's like anything. You know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. So I'm thrashing along at the moment. Nope. Quite nicely. Pardon me. Just gone through Burnham. You can tell there's some absolute... Yeah, I know who that is straight away. Come straight on, dislikes the video. Yeah, there's some sour grapes going on, I'm afraid. It's like, well, you know, just get a life and get on with it. Yeah, unfortunately we've got a bit of a sour ex-admin member who literally every single video I put on, it's not even on for 20 seconds, dislikes it because he's just an absolute imbecile. Well, my message to you, my friend, is you can't even get a job as a cleaner, so I don't know what makes you an expert as a driver. So I'm sorry to say, my friend, if you want to be like that, fine, be like that. Just you can't just get on with your life and try and make new friends. Awful. Awful human being. So, just on the outskirts of Slough, still on greens, which is good. That's what we like to see. I'm thinking about what other trains I can put in while I'm flying along. Where are we at the moment? I'm not even watching my speed, look. Yeah, 60, so I should be only doing 60. I'm a class 6 anyway, so I should only be doing 60. I know this 37, with this light load, 18 hoppers, should put a lot more. So hopefully, should be looking at... Now this is a proper test at the moment. This is the first time I've driven this. I'll put it in earlier on, so I can make me 18 trains up. I'm going to put another train in. I think I can get to 20 now. But yeah, really have been working on this timetable to make a nice, intense timetable. I wish the sound wouldn't keep jumping like that. I wonder what it is. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound jumping or not. But every so often it kind of jumps. But I've noticed it with other trains, but I thought the audio had been fixed. I know the Unreal Engine can be a little bit dodgy with sound anyway. I opted for a single 37 because I love the pair of 37, but I thought it might have been a bit overkill for this empty train. You know what I mean? And plus, sometimes the phasing noise puts me off. So yeah, 37. I can't remember which one it was now. 37506 apparently. I'm looking forward to the BR Blue pack that's allegedly coming out. Apparently they've announced a BR Blue pack, so that'll be nice. And once that BR Blue pack is out, I will be hitting the retro. I've already got a retro scenario on, but it's because of the different liveries. It looks a bit out of place. Not that it doesn't look out of place enough with the overhead wires and modern signalling, but at least if everything was blue, we'd have a bit more of a fighting chance. So yeah, I'll be looking at working on that. Oh, so this hasn't been too bad a run so far. I know I have got trains programmed in front of me, but they're probably quite far ahead. Plus I'm only doing 60, and those units do up to 90 mile an hour, don't they? So in between, even in between stops, you have to be quite. When you're creating these designs, you have to be these scenarios. You've really got to pay attention to the infrastructure you've got available. It's so easy to slip up and make mistakes. Is that my signal? No, is that a fast? No, it's a fast line signal. I was getting excited then. I thought, oh, I've got an adverse signal, but I haven't. That's on the fast line. Oh, he says that. Have I? I have got an adverse signal. Anyway. Oh, it's gone green. So I'm following something. Lovely. Just what I wanted. That's what we want. A little bit of challenge. I've caught whatever it is up. So I'm just going to just shut off a minute. Coast along. I'm trying to think what I'll be. I know there's a Slough service, stopping service. What time did I have that leave? Slough. Let's just have a look. I'm looking on me. I've got like a list of all the trains that I've got. Oh, there's my 10 o'clock off London. 2 plus 7 HST. Oh, put a bit of brake on. I always get a bit nervous with freight trains because they take a bit longer to stop. Even though I know that train's, well, it's probably stopping at the next station, so Put a little brake up, little bit of brake on there. Cancel the AWS. What time did I have that? Up main. 10 o'clock off slow. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I got a 10 o'clock off slow. But I thought that would have been gone by now. What time is it? 10:30. Stops everywhere. Oh, mind you, saying that, I have also got trains that are leaving Hayes as well. So it could be like the signals are just backing up a little bit because I've got like a 10:05 off Hayes and they're probably just backing up. And trains crossing over into Hayes, so it could just be backing up at the moment. So this is Ivor Station. So I'm not gonna... being a bit windy, I'll admit. Also it means you can get a bit more fresh once you get to the up signal. I like slowing down a bit and then letting the signals step up a little bit. Although in this case I'm on a single yellow, so the next train it must be in the platform at West Drayton. Have I retimed that slow? I wonder if I've retimed the slow to leave a bit later. I might have retimed it to leave a little... Oh, that's the 10 o'clock off Reading going past. Interesting. Trying to think what I'm following. I'm not going to look. I'm trying to think what I'm following. Oh. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, signal's off. So I'll give it a bit of beans. That ain't another yellow. Looks like it. Check the windows. Oh, I know what I might be waiting for. Yeah, I might be waiting for the... it's a bit of a weird one because I got a pair of 20s that come out of Hayes to Reading. And yes, they actually do go to Reading. The problem is though, is that the main aspect signal doesn't come off. The cat's eyes comes off, but they don't show coming off. So I only noticed it when I looked on the map. I'll have to show you in a bit. And I had to ask for permission to go past the signal. Now I don't know whether that means the AI train might not move, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that it hasn't caused any issues. What do people think of the Class 37 sound? I think it's good. Oh, I think it's pretty good. I think it sounds pretty authentic to me. Just want a Class 50 now. Ooh. So I think we've got a little bit of... I think we might have a few conflictions up at Hayes at the moment. There's West Drayton. And I've got a... is that... looks like I've got 2 yellows. Let's go. Oof, my lord. If I could, back in the day, you'd have your hand out the window. Oof. Mind you, is it really practical for a driver to be doing that? I think that's clear. Oh, it's clear to a green, even better. Or just stand on the end of the platform and do a bit of spotting. Sounds awful, isn't it? Lovely. It's a nice looking game, isn't it? Let's be fair. I never thought. I know it sounds that back in the day when I was a kid. I never thought I'd be playing games like this. I know I'm in my 40s now. Yeah, for some reason we get the PSR, and then this one here, this signal as well. Even though our signal's green, we still get the AWS for the junction signal, because that's yellow. That split signal, that yellow is for if you're going over, but we're not. You never do. So I've never known why that happens. Double yellow again. See, I love all this. I do like it when you have to have a little bit of play and... Oh, there's no magnet for this signal. Yeah, and the other thing, there's no magnet for this signal either. I wonder if that's because of there being a magnet further back, perhaps. And that's why you get an acknowledgement over it. Now, those 20s should leave at 10:20. And I'm wondering if they're going to move or not. I know that there's a stop in 166, but it still lets you come out. It still lets you come out the station and go into the, as you might have seen from my picture on the train sim group, you can still come out and stand in platform 4 at Hayes whilst the 166 goes, and once that's clear you can go as well, and you follow that 166 basically all the way. It gets away from you after about gets away from you for a bit between West Drayton and Slough, and then and then you catch it up a little bit just outside Slough, and then it gets away from you then virtually. You might just catch it up at Maidenhead, and then off it goes. All these bloody red signals, I don't even know if any of them are mine. No, they're not. I better slow down anyway. The problem is to these freight trains, they're bloody... Oh God. It's like... You put your brakes on, and you're like, yeah, train stopping, train stopping, train stopping, and all of a sudden it just keeps rolling and rolling, like, yeah, brakes are on. I'm going a bit quick, I think. So I think I'm probably going to be... Oh, get the brakes. I'm probably going to be standing here for a bit. Thinking about what... Oh, stopped a bit short there. I'll draw forward. I think I'm going to be standing here for a bit. I think I might have to wait for the 20s to come out of... Oh. No, it won't move. Not till the brakes off. Right, go on. Try again. Yeah, so I think as long as the 20s run properly, I should. I'll have to wait for the 20s to come past, I think. I'm just hoping the computer moves them. I've just got this funny feeling that it ain't going to move them. We'll find out in a minute. Not seen nothing on the... Oh yeah, I was going to say I've not seen nothing on the down relief yet, but I won't do because I've retimed everything. Silly boy. Can you see what I mean? It's like, oh. There we are. Sit and wait this signal. I don't, like I said, I'm not really sure. So I should hopefully. I think like I said, I think I'll wait for those 20s. We'll soon find out. In the meantime, just listen to the soundtrack, can't we? Train coming. Just going to have a quick look to see if those 20s have come out. Oh, of course. That problem's not been fixed, has it? I forgot all about that. That's really, really frustrating, that is. So, yeah. Yeah. Bugger it, bugger it, bugger it. I forgot all about that. So that, obviously, that 166 can't advance because the... and of course that means the 20 can't come out. I can't even put a free car on it, can I? Because the free car is still stand foul. It looks so if I put a 166 on that, still stand foul as well. Look. Okay. Okay. Back to the drawing board. I forgot. To be honest, that's a rookie error because I already knew that happened. I don't know why I forgot about that completely. So what I'll do, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to run that train later. I'm going to run it last, which is a bit of a bugger because I catch that train, I drive that train to Hayes, and then I jump into the 20s. Yeah, that is a bit of a bugger. So let's hope template all trains work. Well, they kind of do. Right, okay, so let's have a look at that 1hotel01. I'm going to retime it to leave at 10:20 instead. So that is more than enough time. Where's that? Slow. Where's that? 12. That leaves at 10 as well. Yep. Right. Okay, cool. So, this should work properly now. Let's try it again. So this should work properly because if I've retimed that Hayes and Harlington terminate, because it only stops at Ealing Broadway, it was an express stops at Ealing, Sayford, then Hayes. Now what I was doing was that was my 10. Well, to be fair, all I do is retime it when I'm going to catch the 20s. That's what I do, innit? But obviously when I'm not doing the 20s, I need to retime that so it's the last train. I might need to time it a bit later, but I don't. For the purpose of this exercise, I don't need to. Right, let's get this moving. So let's try this again. Kind of done it backwards, really. Put my AWS on. Slump my brake off. Headlight on, instrument lights on. I use my keyboard, so it's H for the headlight, I for the instrument lights. Drop this down because I don't like sitting too high. That's about right. Brakes coming down nicely. Hopefully should be able to get a bit of a thrash on now. Although it is nice catching up the other trains, it's kind of nice having that bit of, you know, yeah. Right, let's get moving. And we're off. Let's open the windows this time. Aha. Get a bit of thrash in the cab. trying to set it up in the snow, but for some reason the weather settings don't appear to be working on the setting that I chose. But oh well, it's just in the sun. It's in spring. Ah, shame. Not too fussed, to be honest. There we go, taking it nice and steady. Right, once I'm getting above 25 feet, I'll give it some beans. Just gradually breaking up, making sure I've got the train running, because otherwise you can open it up and not going anywhere really. There we go. Go up to Taplow and watch it steam through. Nice sunny day for pictures. Oh, sugar on the foot. Oh, I stand at the end of the platform, I think. On the suicide gates. Oh, it's coming, Dad, it's coming. I love it. Too far away for the horn at the moment. Still too far away for the horn. Still too far. Ooh. Lovely. Going on nicely at 45. Burnham. sleigh. Doing 60 at the moment. Trainees, technically I'm on a class 6 head code. No, I know the majority will probably keep the power on and just keep going, but I'm gonna try and keep it as close to the speed limit. The speed limit for this train is 60. The speed limit for these trains on this line is also 60. I just went past the board that says 60 over 90 MU. So that means anything of a multiple unit can go at 90. Anything else can go at 60. That includes us, and that includes any local haul trains as well. Just for future reference. Now I know in reality it will tell me I can go 90, but that's not actually true. That's the only thing that annoys me slightly about this game, is that it doesn't reflect the speed of the actual train. That it only reflects the maximum permissible speed on the railway line itself, which isn't always true. Same with the class 60s, they can only go 75. Class 66, sorry, they can only go 75 maximum speed. Yeah, it will tell you can do 90, or if you're on the pass, it'll tell you can do 25. Obviously you'll never get there, and you will get about 80 or 90 out of it, but so I'm catching up that this should be because I'm catching up the oh, it's gone green. Oh, magnet mustn't have charged in time, but it's fine. I'm going to coast anyway. I've caught up so I've got that 10 o'clock off slow, haven't I? 10 o'clock slow to London, which stopped at Langley, Ivor and West Drayton. So obviously by the time it's got through Ivor, that's nearly 10 minutes. Put a bit of brake on, because although it's still a few signals away, and it's probably going to be have left West Drayton by the time I get past through Ivor, you just never know. And I mean, I can't see the same trick happening again with the, like I say, I retimed that train, didn't need till 10:20, so it's miles away, and it takes 10 minutes to get to Hayes anyway, so that isn't due in the area till 10:30, so should be well gone by then. I'm hoping that hoping that it doesn't try and run it first. I know I'm only on single yellows, but my theory is I'd rather, oh, double yellows again, I'd rather take it steady, so I know I could definitely stop should I get caught out, and also at the same time, when you get a green you can open her up, can't you? Oh, there's the 10 o'clock off London. There's either. Container depot there, look. Kind of don't really see, like, kind of realise these lines are here, look. See this sort of reception line? You kind of forget about it. What's the cars that, look? The running cars has been a good addition to any of the maps. Racing me, look. You should use more of the infrastructure. So, yeah, it must be in the platform at West Drayton doing its platform duties. It probably has got adverse signals as well. There probably is some sort of confliction around, but I'm just hoping it isn't the same confliction we had earlier. It shouldn't be. Might be because the 20s are going to come out. Don't know, what time is it? No, they're not due until 10:20, so we shall see. Let's see how we get on this time. Okay. Is that a red signal for me? It is a red signal for me. Shit. Whoa. Put the brakes on. Is that a red signal for me? Yeah. But it's a lot further back than I think it is. There's a HST passes me. No, he's off. Although he's got a red signal. Because... don't know. Oh, signals are coming off. No. I now have a proceed. There we go, a little bit more fresh for you. that's looking a bit more healthy now, approaching as we go through West Drayton. So just going back on what we were talking about earlier, so you get, if you've got the AWS on, you get an acknowledgement for the PSR, which is the 70 to go over, which would make no difference to you at 60 anyway. But then what you also get is on this split aspect signal, which is you also get the AWS acknowledgement for this as well. So the split aspect is the top one is as, the bottom one is for if you were diverging over onto the fast line, onto the bi-directional, and we're not. It also shows that you don't get a magnet for this nest signal, which is currently showing a double yellow. Now, are we going to get past Hayes any time today? I'm hoping at this time this is because of the, I don't know, 20's not due, 20's due out, but they're due out at 10:20, so. Or is it just because of that train sitting on the platform at Hayes? It's probably because of that train sitting on the platform at Hayes. And that other train, no, it's nowhere to be seen because it shouldn't have even left London yet, so. Is that a double yellow? It's a double yellow, isn't it? Oh, which means they've given us preference, I think, over the 20's, which is fine. Which is good. That's what we want. Let's go. So we've been given preference over the 20's. Interesting. So we've signalled right up to Hayes and Harlington Station at the moment. Well, there's the signal at the end of the platform. I want to keep the power on, I think, because I'm expecting us to step up. Hopefully. And I can't remember what other stations that train stops at. I don't know if it's, I know it's not all stations. I think it stops at Southall and then Ealing Broadway. I think that's it. So I'm going to just keep the power on, I think. The wheel slip lights come on, Lord. So, yeah. So there should be a train on the, there it is, on the down. Yeah, and the 20's have 20's. Normally he's allowed to come out and then wait for that to go, but obviously with me coming, tough luck. So that'll be interesting to see then. Let's I'm going to try that a bit later, I think. There's the 20's. So we've got through Hayes, which is good. So yeah, it looks like I'm consistently on double yellows, but because I'm going so slow, because obviously in comparison to a turbo, which can pull off really quick, I'm not really needing to affect on my power too much. I do think it stops at... I think the next stop was Ealing Broadway, so perhaps that's why I've got this little bit of a run. Too far now. Well, it's definitely not... Well, unless he's already done his station duties to say for. It's a single yellow. Last thing I want to do now is mess it up and end up spanning. That is a red. Nope. It's just cleared. Whoops, I accidentally put the emergency on. That was an accident. Oh, is it a red? Is it a red or a yellow? No, it's a red, isn't it? Yeah, that could have been a change of underwear time. Well, he's only doing platform duties anyway, so... Hopefully he'll... I could... Maybe he must have stopped to say... I think he stopped to say for in Broadway then. I don't know if he's following a stopper as well, though I think the stopper should be gone by now. That was a bit of a... Got a bit cocky with that one. I should have... This is where sometimes you've got to just trust the signals. Yeah, I do, but I do think the next stop for him is Ealing Broadway. I'm sure after Hayes it was safe for Ealing Broadway, then London. I don't think he stopped at Hamwell and West Ealing because I've already got the stoppers doing that anyway, he says. Oh well, even if it has, oh well. Interestingly, is that 20 left yet? Look, see if the 20s have left. They have left. Yep, off they go. Lovely. It's good to know. My signal is off, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just taking it steady. Nope, double yellow. Oof, off we go. Plenty of thrash, it's what I promised you. Plenty of thrash. Has anybody got a PlayStation 5? Been interested to see what this runs like on a PlayStation 5. I don't think it won't look any better, but it might run a bit smoother, perhaps. No, it looks like it didn't stop at Amwell or West Ealing because I've got clear aspects. I think it stopped at Hamwell because I think this is this the signal protects Hamwell? I think it is. saying that. Maybe he did stop at Amwell. West Ealing. Amwell Viaduct. Whoops, put brakes on too hard. It's because you can never tell how far away the signal is, can you? Oh. Must be, yeah, it must stop at Hamwell and West Ealing as well, by the looks of it. Don't know if it's following a stopper, I can't remember. I might have to take the stops out of it next time. But, you know, it's one of them, innit? It's what makes it more fun. No, it's cleared now. And to be fair, we turn off after Ealing Broadway anyway, so I won't have to worry about it too much after that. Stopping at West Ealing as well. Nice gob full of cold coffee. The only problem with the Great Western, as much as I love the fact it's got so much infrastructure, it's got so much infrastructure, you can't tell where your signal is, and that's mine, isn't it, though? I'm like, going, is that my red signal? Yep, it is. Oh God. Okay. Happened again. I thought I hadn't seen it. Okay. That happens quite a bit, that Mexican standoff. Obviously, for the benefit of the tape, it doesn't really matter too much. It just would have been nice to have seen it go past. Yeah, so that was what I just looked at was the Mexican stand-up at Ladbroke Grove between the 377s. Because they share the same path over Ladbroke Grove, so that might have to be a 10:25 time. Unless I'm driving it next 10 o'clock. Well, we're nearly there. With one successful mission, hopefully. 2 miles. There's my red signal. Train just spudded. Oh no, it's just signal anyway, anyway. So, a few refinements we're going to make to my GWE scenario in a minute. So I'm going to take out this. What I'm going to do is retime the 377 to leave at 10:25, not 10:20. I'm going to take out the Hamwell and West Ealing stops on this 166 that's ahead of me, because it's obviously causing too much delay. That's me signal straight in. I'm signal straight into the yard, so let's go. 30 into the yard, so that dangerous magnet was for me. Oh, green. Nearly there. Looks like a successful mission. Feels really fast, even though it says it's 30, it feels like you're going really fast. Oh, I'm going to the goods loop, aren't I? Okay. Okay, well, I know I can squeeze in a few more trains now. Oh, done. Done. So that's been a successful mission, boys and girls. So I'm going to do a bit of tinkering around with my timetable again, and then I'm going to come back a bit later, but this time I'm going to look at driving the class 20s. Okay. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining.